Good morning. Welcome back to the channel. I'm going to wait for a few minutes before we get started journaling. Welcome to Journal with Me. I'm Kathy Hampton from Wellside Retreats. And Wellside Retreats is actually a transformational destination retreat and life coaching service. And I offer journaling as one of the tools that are used on retreats, but also offering this tool to you if you are so inclined to start a practice of journaling. Journaling for creativity, journaling for self observation, self expression, reflection. Uh, there's so many reasons to use a journal, but it all comes back to becoming self aware of what's on your heart and what's on your mind. And you can document anything that you desire in your journal. The practice um, really is a therapeutic practice. And we start here at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and on Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're interested at all in getting to know yourself a little deeper, journaling just may be the practice for you. You can do it in your own time. You can do it here in this virtual community, which is a great community for inspiration, motivation, and getting to know other people. It's always great to get to know other people, even in a virtual setting. So we're going to get started soon. I start with 20 minutes of journaling. And before we actually start writing, it's really good for you to check in with yourself. And checking in means determining um, by just sitting with yourself. Usually it happens in the morning when you wake up or anytime during the day. Really, actually, I should clarify that. You can check in to find out how you're feeling. What is your mood? What emotions are coming up for you? Spend a little time and be in a quiet space and determine how you're doing, how you're feeling. After doing that, you might want to take 3 cleansing breaths. And cleansing breaths are intentional breaths to feel the life within you, but also to help calm your spirit, calm you down, the nervous system down physically, and also to open yourself up to releasing what's on your mind and your heart into your journal. So let's do this together. 3 cleansing breaths. We're going to inhale through our nose and exhale through the mouth. Sitting up with the eyes lowered or a lower gaze. You can close your eyes too. At your pace, inhale in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. One more round. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Slowly, gently raise your gaze, open your eyes, And you can grab a pen, paper, journal. Um, if you are an artist and have a canvas and paint ready, you can do that. If you want to use your laptop, you can do that. I use a pen and a composition book. I'll show you my trusty pen and my composition book. Okay. Good morning, Sarah. Good morning. Welcome back. Good morning, Donna. Great to see you. Donna, the art appraiser, and Catherine, goodness, I'm sorry, Muhammad. Good morning to you. Apologies. I know you, Catherine. I see you. And we're going to get started with our 20 minutes on the clock. Okay, and use my phone. Okay. Okay, that was a little loud. I hope that it wasn't jarring. The chimes have let us know that our 20 minutes is up, and I hope that your writing session, your journaling session, um, went well, and that's a barometer that you have to know or realize for yourself how how the writing went or how the journaling went. What did it reveal to you? Um, and I we set the clock at 20 minutes to be able to explore, I guess, what goes down on the page for a substantial amount of time. But if you're new to journaling, or you are working on this practice to be consistent, and find that 10 minutes is enough, 5 minutes is enough for you, then that's what it is for you. There are no hard and fast rules. Um, but when practice, if you do find that this becomes something that you want to incorporate into your wellness routine, your lifestyle, if it provides a place to discover yourself or to make you happy, if it's pleasing to you, uh, then you decide how much you want to do, um, and make it consistent if you're finding benefits from it all. So I hope that that is helpful information to you. People sometimes have difficulty in being quiet and still for long periods of time. And it's something that you have to get used to if you aren't used to that. Just like, walking a long distance or running a long distance, you have to practice, or you have to take time to increase the amount of exercise, or um, you know, rest even, um, to be able to find the results, or the outcomes for yourself. Yes. So, welcome to the channel. If I haven't said good morning to you, I want to say good morning. Um, and yes, Dr. Crystal, good morning to you. Yeah. After school with Dr. Crystal. Late today, packing for a long pet house sit in Atlanta. Needed to prioritize getting still and centered. Great. Good, good, good. House sitting. Very good. I did a couple house sits, a few house sits in Atlanta when I was down there. Good morning, my piece. Yes. John Cat, hey. Good to see you, my friend. So great to see you. It's afternoon for you. Yes. Good to see you. John Cat is over there in Europe. And Katrina Lilly, good to see you. And Katrina Lilly is also. Thank you. Thank you very much. Good to see you. Glad you guys came on. And so yeah, today I want to share some stuff with you. Um, First of all, I hope all of you were able to check in with yourself, determine how you're feeling, and I hope all is well. I checked in with myself this morning, and I didn't want to get out of bed this morning. I took I've taken on a new client in my chosen profession, which is providing legal research, and so it's been. I've had to get used to the time change in my schedule. I I I'm going to say I've been blessed because I didn't have a but one client, and now I have two. And having that one client was beautiful because I had a lot of time on my hands. But you know what I did during that time? I rested. I had fun. Um, I ended up, you know, exercising more given that time. But I am determined to do all of that, even with this this other client. Um, and yeah, I'm gonna be able to do it all. Learning how to manage time, especially when you have time and you can work remotely. You build in the time that you would normally use in commuting someplace. So yeah, it's all good for me. All good. Um, so Dr. Crystal, I would appreciate you sharing your word of the week. If you don't know, Dr. Crystal has a YouTube channel, After School with Dr. Crystal, and I because I get notifications um, when someone uploads a new video, just as I would like you to do with my channel. Like, subscribe, ring the notification bell. Click on the notification bell so that you are made aware of of when I have uploaded a new video. And yeah, so I believe Crystal's word for this week, yeah, here it is commitment. Yeah, commitment. So I encourage you to maybe write that down, invite you to write that down, um, and take some time. And as Dr. Crystal would say, you know, what does that mean to you? But go check out her her channel, um, and see what she's talking about. Really good for those who are in the teaching profession or academia. But and I am not, but I do can resonate with um, her her channel, as it relates to me personally and actually professionally. Um, so yeah, commitment. Oh, you posted on yesterday morning. Oh, okay, so I didn't miss it for the week. Last week was good too. So go back, and she posts words, and very I love that because of how words really determine um, so much, the meanings, um, and we can reflect on those meanings. So I just wanted to share Dr. Crystal's channel. Dr. Crystal is our community and sister journaler. We want to support all our sister journalers and motivate, inspire everyone here. Get those good vibes, because I believe that, a lot of us have not met in person. I have met a few people here. I've met Junket, I've met Katrina, Lily, met Catherine, and it's as Catherine um, loves to share the magical moments. It's magical when you can meet people that you've just met virtually, and you meet them in person. It's even more magical. It's even I don't know. It's a phenomenal feeling to meet someone that you haven't met in person for the first time, and still have that connection with them. So, um, one of the things I also want to share with you is the fact I may have known that I went and um, got some things out of storage this past weekend, and I brought the boxes that I had to this apartment so that I could go through them and declutter. Yeah, because these boxes aren't sticking around here in this apartment with all its contents. And they were put in storage because, um, we didn't have enough room to bring them from the storage in the first place when I moved here. So I went through one box already of books, and I, of course, you can't carry books all around the world with you. And my new lifestyle will not allow me to do that. I will probably take a few, but not as many as I would think I would like. I have a collection, and I was gifted a collection by a dear friend of mine, um, Sarah Jane. I'll say her name, Sarah Jane. And Sarah Jane's mom was a avid reader and collector of various genre of book or topics of. She had a great library, and she gifted me her um, African American catalog of materials, and I will never give those up. Stuff that I had never seen or read, and authors that I did not know of, and so that is what I want to. I will be keeping those, and actually will find a place to hold on, someone or some place to hold them, um, so they are not damaged in storage, and they've held up pretty well. No bugs and no no mold or anything. They're in very good shape. So, but what I found in my collection that I had forgotten about are some of the journals that I had, and journals that the guided journals, and I wanted to share those with you. Um, there's one that I found to be kind of funny until I started looking inside. When I say funny, the title of it is funny, and I'll talk about that. It's called Burn After Writing. It's a journal. Burn After Writing by Sharon Jones. I don't know who Sharon Jones is, this particular author, or but it's a guided journal with space and pages for you to consider. And um yeah, so she on the back she writes Tumblr, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, texting, Snapchat, YouTube. The world has become one giant confessional. In a reversal of this trend, uh, Burn After Writing encourages you to share nothing. With its incisive questions and thought experiments, this private journal challenges you to play a game of truth or dare with yourself. Push your limits, reflect on your past, present, and future, and create a secret book that's about you and just for you. And when you're finished, toss it, hide it, or burn after writing. And, you know, one of the things that a lot of people say that they won't do is to hold a journal in their possession or keep it around because they're afraid of someone reading it. And I have never felt that way um, before um, about journaling. I used to journal and just you know when I was living with a family, I'd walk around and it would be on the coffee table or in plain view. Anyone would sit down to watch TV and say, "Oh, here's a book. Here's my book. Let me read it." I you know uh, and I was writing heavy duty stuff in there. I just I don't know. Maybe I wanted to be exposed. Maybe that was my uh, subconscious, conscious, maybe thinking. I don't know. But I get it. I understand not wanting to share your business. I totally get it. And the reason why I wanted to share this was because there's some what I call tough topics on some videos that I've done, not that many. I talk about the tough topics that people may not want to share. Um, and those, in my world, those would be, your personal relationship with spouse, partner, whatever, um, and divorce, a bad marriage. Those would not be things that you would want to share. I am teetering on sharing more in a certain manner, but also uh, about money, finances, mistakes people have made, family matters, stuff that you would normally sweep under the rug, including, family and mental health issues in general, um, mental health in society, um, tough topics. People don't want to talk about these things. People don't want to talk about, you know, tough things, tough things that maybe you have not even been able to express yourself. So, what better way to express yourself, get it off your chest, off your mind, other than in a journal? Some of the questions here are really interesting. I'm going to share about them. And she just put one word that comes out that just, like, I've just turned to a page, and one word that comes out is taboo. It's taboo. There are social etiquette, social rules that block us from expressing ourselves, releasing anything about us that we might want to release, other than in really defined ways, such as art. You know, yeah, because people will think, I wonder what that's all about. You see some type of art, some work. Um, you know, taboo, thinking judgment. No one wants to be judged. No one wants that. So why not place it in a book? Fill it up with all the taboo, all the secrets, everything, and then burn it. Nobody would ever know. But you would have gotten it off your chest, off your mind, out of your spirit, feeling free. I get it. I get it. No conflict. Oh, just think about that, Kathy. I understand that. No conflict. There's no conflict if someone were to read your words and say, oh, but no, she's wrong. Or, then there's, this fight, there's this conflict that you have to endure. So I understand. Um, this question regarding taboos or statement is or exercise is write the things that are taboo for me, the things I find hard to talk about even with close friends. Write down the people to be forgiven. Who do you want to forgive? They may not even know that you want to forgive them for what they might say. You want to forgive me? Interesting, right? The things I find ridiculous. The things I find ridiculous. Or what about this one? People I'd like to punch in the face. This is Sharon Jones, stirring you up. uh, if I go back in time and witness any historical event, it would be what? That's not, I don't believe, so taboo. Um, the single biggest waste of energy in my life right now. Wow. Okay. So I just wanted to share. I put this in my box of books, And I have written in it, and didn't write much, just a few things. And maybe I was afraid to write in here. I just wrote a few things. Maybe I was hesitant to write in here. I find that interesting after I look at it. I didn't write. The other book of what I want to call it is a journal, but it's called Reflections. A friend of mine and my ex-husband uh, wrote, well, yeah, published this book, Reflections, My Journal of Life. And it reminds me of one of those journals that, or diaries of, when a child is born, you give the mom and dad, the family, a book to write down the development of their child and their child's accomplishment throughout the years. And it starts out beautifully with some flowers on it in it, but then takes the kind of like a profile in the beginning, and then it has my name, my married name, my mother's name, father, all of that information, where I was born, my siblings, looking back, describe the house and houses you grew up in. So this guided journal really is a book of memories, um, profile, family tree, also, um, yeah, your professional life, um, grandchildren, as so it goes through from beginning to later years for an individual. And I have not written in here. I haven't written except for my quick profile at the beginning. I'm gonna keep this one also. Um, so just wanted to share the types of journals that one can use. There, plenty of guided journals nowadays. I even have one that I haven't published. Um, and yeah, it's entitled, soon to be released as of a few years ago. Um, have you ever seen the sunrise? Is the name of it. You won't find it anywhere. um, so it is forthcoming. I took a break from trying to get it published. So anyhow, I wanted to share that with you. Um, let's see, what are you guys saying? What are you communicating? Okay, so Dr. Crystal, she posted commitment yesterday. Next week, word is deliberate. Okay, very good. Thank you for prompting us. Deliberate is the word for next week. And Catherine says it was a challenge for me to part with my books, especially the ones I used in my classroom. Okay. The free library accepted several of my boxes. Wow. I feel our neighborhood kids will have good books to read. That's awesome. Yes. Yes. Yeah, and if your library will take your books, that you do not want, please don't throw them away. Just, take them to the free library here in Philadelphia. They do take books in the county that I used to live in, over Montgomery County. They do take books also, and they sometimes use them to raise money for the library by selling them at book sales. So yeah, it is a great idea. Um, Crystal Snotty. All right. That is my sister. No bad energy. No bad energy, Chris. No bad energy. It's good energy here, Chris. I hope you are well. I hope you're doing well, Chris. All right. Good to see you, Crystal. Thank you for joining us. Um, so, um, So that is yeah, books you don't want to get rid of them. You don't really want to throw them away. I will say that I've actually gotten rid of textbooks, kind of thrown them away. Um, they're out of date a lot of times. Um, yeah, and they could be used as reference. I know they're mass produced, and yeah, and those were law textbooks. So some of those I did get rid of. I sold some of them, but others I wasn't able to sell. Um, besides, also I'll share with you kind of my inspirations for the morning that I wanted to actually share with you was I was doing a morning scroll through Instagram, and I follow Aja, AJA underscore arrow. And Aja was showing that she was doing a flower arrangement with dry flowers, and stating basically that this was a new will be a new hobby for her. She's had an interest in floral design or in arranging. I have actually I have also had that same interest, and I think that was something that drew me to her post. And something that she said that I really think is great for anyone who has a hobby or wants to consider a hobby. Um, and I'm going to read that to you. One moment. Let's see. She says, she spent 2 hours in Hobby Lobby creating my first floral arrangement because I've been interested in arrangements for over 2 years now. I spent $0 to create and start a new hobby yesterday, and it brought me so much joy. Creativity fuels my life, and without it, I'm dead in the water. Y'all, please tap into your creative energy because it can be so healing. Every creative hobby doesn't need to be monetized. Maybe it just needs to be released into the world to help others gain inspiration. Yes, I totally agree with every word she says, and want to encourage you that if you have something on your heart and mind to do, to create, it is a release. It is, and if other people see it and are so inspired, then it's passed on. It's a part of moving forward. Uh, it's passing on some goodness to another person. So yeah, release. Those are the words. That was the word that I really, grabbed a hold on, and because it is a release, it's a release of energy, creative energy that may have been stored. I know that uh, my career kind of have stifled my um, creative energies. Um, and I knew this very early on when because it's so technical, um, that it was never a release. I never found a create. I was I wasn't able to create in my career. I wasn't able to create. I thought I would be. I thought I was going to be able to come up with programs with, different ways of teaching young law students who then became lawyers, creating, courses, presentations. I wasn't able to do that. I thought that I would be. And it became then stifling to me. I wasn't heard. I was marginalized. I wasn't able to get my creative juices going that I thought I would be. Um, I did do some of that through organizing, um, libraries physically, and then systems to create uh, some some methods of training. But what I found uh, later on in after my career had kind of stagnated was that, you know what, let me go out here and create something else. Let me write. Let me, create floral arrangements. I did that. Um, Let me do something else that will get my creative juices flowing. And that was helpful to me. Um, and uh, Other people appreciated it. I don't know how much it was an inspiration, but I did it and I felt good about it. And it was very healing for me, I will say. So I wanted to share that with you. And in your writing, if you're writing, in your journals creatively, um, then that's even better. A reason to journal. Um, yeah. So consider that. Consider that. Consider that. My piece says, write down the name of people you want to forgive. Write in the line with my journaling for today. Wow. Thank you. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah. And that comes from burn after writing. Yeah. Um, yeah. Stillness helps me dream, wander, and allows me space to find or tap into my creativity. Yes, you need that quietness, that stillness. You do, and that's been a issue with my writing. I haven't found. I don't know. There are distractions sometimes, and I haven't. I have to find a place sometimes to write. Sometimes I can write better in a crowded coffee shop, believe it or not, with the white noise more so than I can uh, inside in my own apartment where it's quiet because of the distractions that I see, clothes that might need to be folded, dishes washed, those things that could draw me my attention away. But if I'm in a place where, you know, I can just write and there are no distractions. The people and the noise don't distract me when I go to the coffee shop to write. I do well there. After School with Dr. Crystal says every experience comes back to help the world in various ways. Yes, even in sharing the experiences. This conversation really resonates today. That's good. That's good. I'm glad. I'm glad. Yeah, I was inspired by Aja. Uh, I've actually followed her for a while. Um, Her relocation from Atlanta to Mexico, um, and her finding her place, her being able to find her comfort level there, and she actually wrote a really great little book. I don't believe I have that anywhere. Maybe I do, and it was a journal. It's a journal. It's really cute. I don't know if she still publishes it or not, but yeah. And so today she posted that, and I just so happened to scroll through it and find it, and wanted to share that with you. Um, and the other thing I wanted to share really also has to do with cultivating relationships. I kind of talked about it briefly. Um, about cultivating relationships. I mentioned the people that I have met here in person, um, and how our relationships have been cultivated. Um, and I want to encourage you. If you need to hear this, that, you know, a lot of people our age, our beautiful golden age, if that is your age, you may be younger. Who knows? In fact, yeah, Crystal's not is a little younger, but just a little bit. She getting up there. Um, um, you know, sometimes we say that, oh, I have enough friends and I don't need a new friend. I don't need, you know, I've heard that before. And it actually was a little disturbing when I heard that. Or, you know, what am I going to do with another friend? Hmm. You know, or cultivating a relationship, you know, um, we, 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 as we grow, as we grow, our relationships change. That's natural. Um, and friends that we've had may not be close anymore. Our close friends at one time may not be close now, whether they are from a distance or whether they are not close in thought, like mindedness. We grow differently in every relationship. And, and so that doesn't mean though that you can't cultivate another relationship or grow into a relationship or foster or nurture another relationship. I think it's a beautiful thing that we do so, especially at this time. Because if we don't open ourselves up to newness and difference and change, we become what? Closed minded. Our brains shrink. We do not. These are I don't have the references for this right in front of me, but there are references to a sedentary lifestyle that causes our brains to not function well, therefore shrinking, not growing. If we don't rest, our brains do not, the cells in our brains are not rejuvenated. Hence, our minds are closed and we cannot comprehend as well. We cannot take physical action as well. And part of that has to do with relationships because, you know, we weren't put here on this planet really to be alone. We are here to help one another in whatever way we can, not give up ourselves in in order to help one another, but to really foster good feelings, good vibes, um, and to help one another, inspire one another. So if you have a hesitation in giving up some of your time, you were shy, I understand that. You're an introvert. I am not one who's an introvert, but I do know plenty of them. I have lived with them. I have a I have a sister and father who are true introverts. If you are and sometimes do not interact with people at this stage in their lives or fearful of cultivating a relationship. I get that. Fearful. And one of the things that I do understand is trust issues. I have trust issues along the lines of being fearful enough to not want to establish a new relationships. But I'm open. I'm open because I am now. I have learned the lesson of discernment. So when you can discern and can feel vibes and kind of what they say, um, what do they? What's the saying? You can read people. You feel like you can read people, read people's energy. Yeah, you know, that's protection. You feel that you can do that well now, or it's okay to, you know, to back off if it's not something that you want to deal with. But um, cultivating relationships is very important to me at this stage in life. And I'm so glad that I'm open to relationships. I have two accountability partners. I have um, new friends that I've actually been able to talk to in length. You know, not necessarily meet them in in person, but some of them I have. Um, just to have conversation, to, you know, flex my brain through stimulating conversation. It's so good. I want to encourage you, invite you to consider cultivating relationships, new ones, old ones, I don't know, whatever you feel. But I do believe it will be a good thing for you. You know, y'all, I do not have my cards up here because please excuse me while I go and fetch my cards before we end. One moment. All right. Before I before I pull from the rest deck, which I will, um, I wanted to um, do a request and an invitation to you by taking your journal, your paper, your pen, wherever you're writing, and affirm yourself today. Affirm yourself with a positive statement if you haven't already done so. Take time. Let's take time. Let's take a second to, or more, to affirm yourself. And once you've done that, if you have not done this today, is write a statement of gratitude. Write a sentence or two of gratitude. Okay. And I'll be sharing a card from Trisha Hersey's Rest Deck. If you don't know, you know now. Trisha Hersey has written a book called, goodness, oh gosh, the why am I going blank? She is the author of a book, the Nap Ministry, and the creator of the Nap Ministry. Rest is resistance. Goodness, rest is resistance. That's the name of the book. It's a manifesto, and Tricia Hersey, not Hershey, but Hersey, Hersey is the author of these cards. And today I have pulled this card. There are infinite ways to liberation. Expand, rest now. Infinite, infinite ways to liberation. Yes, infinity, expansion. Rest now. On the back of the card, she says, open yourself to the ways you can find rest. Rest is anything that slows you down to allow for connection with your body and mind. Do not be limited by grind culture's narrow definition of what rest looks like. This card is an invitation for you to begin to unlearn and reimagine ways to rest. Repeat this to yourself. My body knows the way. I will listen to my body. Once again, repeat this to yourself. My body knows the way. I will listen to my body. That's a great card. Open yourself to the ways you can find rest. Rest is anything that slows you down to allow for connection with your body and mind. Do not be limited by grind culture's narrow definition of what rest looks like. This card is an invitation to you to begin to unlearn and reimagine ways to rest. My body knows the way. I will listen to my body. And it says, there are infinite ways to liberation. Expand, rest now. In her book, you'll find that in Rest is Resistance, the manifesto, you will find that she describes various ways to rest. Various ways to rest. We've talked about a few here: journaling, taking a nap, sipping tea in the dark, basically a session of laughter, walking in nature. There are so many ways. So please take time to do that. Expand your definition of what rest looks like. Take time to think about how you will slow down in this grind culture that we have. So I want to take a last call. If you want to share anything that you may have on your heart or mind with community, we can do so before signing off. Dr. Crystal says, I'm reconnecting with old friends here in Atlanta and also forced me to meet new people and build friendships. Awesome. Yes. Keep doing that. Keep doing all of that. I want to thank you for coming to journal with me. Best day to you, Sarah, my friend. Best day to you. Very good. So see you soon, Sarah, Donna, Catherine, Dr. Crystal, My Peace, Junket. So good to see you. Katrina Lilly. Yes. And Crystal Snotty. My Crystal Snotty. Yeah. Good to see you. Have a great day, Junket. Great day to you all. I'm sending you much love. And I'll see you on, if you can make it to the book club, go to the website and sign up so I know you're coming. You don't have to pay anything. Go to wellsideretreats.care, go to the book club page, sign up. We're reading the book of poetry. Okay, Cynthia Manick is the author. Sweet Brine, no sweet without brine. No sweet without brine. Yes. Okay. I hope to see you. If not, I'll see you on Sunday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for another session of Journal with Me. Thank you. And I appreciate if you like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. All right. Take care. Have a great day. Bye bye. Yeah, join us. Join us. Sarah. Sarah says join us for the book discussion. It's lots of fun, and it will be even more fun to discuss the book. Yes. Take care. Bye.